get it.
And there you have it, as expected.
Yep. Incredibly even. Comes
Straight down the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the entire audience is going to be Lunatic-Hai fans
Yep.
at this point. Getting tickets for these days when Lunatic-Hai play is very challenging.
The studio is basically full.
I mean, next week is going to be just as difficult with Rogue playing out here as well, because quite a many few fans, even for the Western teams here in Korea. But we'll start things off on Command Center.
Yeah. A little bit more of a tight map as well. I mean, Fate could potentially have an opportunity to head over to that Reinhardt if he felt like it.
Well, already Lunatic-Hai going to come out the gates here with that triple DPS as Eska moves over onto the Soldier, and Guido is going to be starting off on the Tracer, so we'll see how he handles himself. Already saw Sapiobi there in the first match. Fantastic performance on Tracer. We'll see how Guido matches up.
Yeah, already building a lot of that pulse bomb as Erster able to pick up the first kill here, and that's two actually going down in favor of Mighty AOD, but that's the double book. Actually going to claim both Mech and the D.Va. PM still popping around this fight. Erster actually able to pick one up with that dash. Mighty AOD at least get the first cap.
Yeah, all right, so already a very strong showing here. Getting rid of Jae-Hong right off the bat. It's going to be very crucial. You can see the Transcendent's going to be much further away. We're already 50% of the way there, and Jae-Hong just now getting ready to pass 20%. So good openings, good target selection from the side of Mighty AOD. See if they can close it out.
PM actually gets a decent flank here. Lots of damage onto that Zenyatta, who's going to get picked off. Fate's going to grab that kill with that dive into the back line. Lunatic-Hai struggling here as now they're finally able to start answering back. Pulse Bomb comes out, doesn't find the target. Yep, looking for more. Guido grabs one. Rib able to take down Who Are You with a crit to the face. Transcendence now there for Mighty AOD as they just put their talons into this point and continue ticking this one up.
They just keep holding on to this one. I mean, a few ultimates getting ready to come through as Mior goes ahead, pops that Primal Rage, trying to stick in here as best as possible, knock the members of Mighty AOD off of it so they can finally get a cap coming through. And you find one in onto Fate. Attack visor still available for Eska as he fires off from this sideline. And they will go ahead and push forward that sound barrier as the cap gets ready to come through for them. Looks like they will have that first flip.
Miro gets the double kill, so that is going to be the flip secured. Thorncut just going to jump himself off the edge, and they're going to start this one more time. Inside of Mighty AOD, but over 50%.
I mean, Jae-Hong has finally got the Transcendence ready to go, and Karev is 62% towards his second one. So it's been really rough times here for Jae-Hong, who just has less defensive options for himself, not playing on that Ana.
Yeah, just getting dived on. Guido charging up that pulse bomb. DM has his. Dashes a couple of times into this one as he's just looking for Jae-Hong. Well, he throws down the Dragon Blade though. Good deflection, stops that damage, but oh god, they are going to trade. There's Erster's turn. We'll see what he can do. His Dragon Blade doesn't actually find too many enemies here. As Lunatic-Hai actually just on the other side, able to wipe everyone out. That went so horribly wrong for Mighty AOD. Not quite in the right positions.
Yeah, and with Erster getting sniped out here, they're going to be able to push forward. Eska dropping down that self-heal, keeping himself alive, and actually finds Thorncut popped over the side. Yeah, take him out, and this is going to be Lunatic-Hai holding firm as they get ready to surpass Mighty AOD on control. 56% for both of these teams as they hold firm, but ultimates expended on both sides. Going to have to be stacking back up, especially from these Genjis. Who Are You going down during that Dragon Blade? And Erster not really finding anything, got booped away immediately by the likes of Toby, but Jae-Hong's dead again.
Yeah, so is Miro as well, as Lunatic-Hai lose two immediately. Transcendence helping Mighty AOD out as Karib, then gonna get punished afterwards. Erster able to take down Who Are You, and they're just losing so much of this damage. Pulse bombs in, not able to get any kills. That's going to be the retake, and Lunatic-Hai have to back out.
Big whiff there from the side of Guido. And they get a really nice stagger on the likes of Toby, just now coming back up. Who Are You going extremely low.
Yeah, very aggressive out of Mighty AOD here. Almost gets the boop off with Thorncut headbutting the Soldier away.
And now they're just going to try to hold this choke point here. Pulse Bomb comes through, finds a stick, gets Eska.
Nicely done. Look at this setup. So aggressive. 80% now gained by Mighty AOD. Lunatic-Hai just waiting for Eska to come back alive. They're still just losing so much health. Guido is going to fall down once again.
He's trying to get to the back line. He wants to just dash his way through and try to get rid of Karib, but just can't find it.
Well, they are going to try and opt in for as much as they can. Mighty AOD throws down the sound barrier. They know that they just need to win one more fight, and they will be able to take this. It's in overtime, but Lunatic-Hai, they get the retake as Who Are You was on the point just by himself, and Mighty AOD couldn't get back in time. Who Are You has the Dragon Blade, but he's holding on to it.
Retake already so close here for Mighty AOD, though, as the clock still just keeps ticking up here. Lunatic-Hai approaching that overtime of their own. Who Are You goes down after popping the Dragon Blade. That could be a crucial opening here for Mighty AOD to get that first round on Lijiang Tower into overtime. Transcendence used by Curve, keeping his team alive, and it's just a couple members of Lunatic-Hai nearby to try to push in. Guido finishes off Fate to open up the map, but can he get more? Pulse Bomb comes through, has the stick, takes him out.
Nicely done by Mighty AOD. That's 2 quick picks. Now evening up the odds as far as men on the point are concerned, but this overtime still ticking. Mighty AOD, you can see they've almost got that switch back. That'll be overtime immediately. They just need to try and get the rest of Lunatic-Hai off here, and they have got the retake. And there it is. It's going to... Oh, that was so incredibly close. Miro gets back onto this point. It's the sound barrier for Mighty AOD, though, and that may seal the deal as Guido on the point still is going to be taken out, and that's going to be that. First one taken by Mighty AOD.
Wow. Really hard fought. And I mean, Jaehong just consistently getting picked off. It was really excellent target selection coming through from Mighty AOD. Dame just working his way into the back line, taking them out very consistently with, you know, Kariv and Erster as well. And they just ripped right through him.
And DM was playing like a man possessed towards the end of that one as well. That double pickoff that he managed to get really saved Mighty AOD, because Lunatic-Hai did have a slight man advantage with Respawn still coming back on the side of Mighty AOD.
Well, I just confirmed Miro is in fact playing with both hands.
Aha, okay, good.
Map's not over yet, though.
Does that mean that he's just like put his other hand up there now? Like,
yeah, maybe he's finally putting his second hand.
Yeah.
Move over to the night market, see if this is going to get tied up. I mean, Mighty AOD can go ahead and pick up a very swift victory on Lijiang. That would be very impressive and very damning for Lunatic-Hai. Jaehong yet again goes down right off the bat.
Yeah, DM just jumps into the backline and takes him down.
I think it's Eska as well.
This is what we were talking about. This guy's playing so clutch right now, DM, and super far forward as well, as Fate is going to follow in his footsteps. Grab Miro, answers for it there with Toby picking his life up off the ground, but that's going to be the first take by Mighty AOD once again.
And good lord, I mean, I just got done talking about how Jaehong on the Zenyatta just cannot be safe. And right off the bat, first blood comes through yet again. He gets taken out.
Yeah, and almost once again as well as DM does get punished this time. Erster's going to
picks it
grab
up.
2 kills. Yeah, dashes his way forward, picks that one up. That's 5 kills now. Lunatic-Hai only have Guido remaining. And he's going to have to get the heck out of there. Mighty AOD, what happened to this team over the last week?
I don't know, but I mean, that's the thing that Lunatic-Hai said. If they were playing on the same level that they saw them before, from the Super Week, from their first set versus Rogue, then they would come up with a victory. But, you know, maybe it's a bit of both. Maybe it's Lunatic-Hai underperforming and Mighty AOD putting in a hell of a lot of work. But right now, they have the upper hand. They're holding on to this point. 40% so far coming through, and they're pushing very far forward, very aggressively. Transcendence comes down. Dragon Blade out from Mercer. He finds one off screen, and DM maybe looking for that pulse bomb, but actually doesn't even need it. The rest of his team is just picking up the kills.
What is this? Mighty AOD, and they've got 3 ultimates now available. That sound barrier is so important, as well as the self-destruct, for making sure that they can get this point in overtime. Of course, getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, 60% only ticking up thus far for Mighty AOD, but Lunatic-Hai just not looking like they have a way in. I
mean, every time they push forward, they just lambs to the slaughter. It just seems like the cohesion that we normally see from this squad is just lacking. Now DM with a really nice flank, finds Miro, drops the pulse bomb, he gets taken out immediately by Fate.
That was a beautiful flank, just lying in wait, pops it on his back and says, well, you now don't have your front line anymore.
I mean, they get half of a retake on the backside, but Lunatic-Hai can't complete this. They're forcing out the Transcendence just to try to get in onto the point, but it's going to be answered by that sound barrier coming through from Mighty AOD as they continue to just shove them back in towards the spawn.
Yep, Toby throws down his sound barrier as well. Lunatic-Hai grab a couple of kills and now have an advantage as far as the men, but oh my god, so many are in answer here. Finally, Lunatic-Hai seeming in somewhat control.
They finally cut back through, they get themselves onto the point, they get the retake, but it's 90% accrued for Mighty AOD. One more recap for them could very well mean the 2-0 on Lijiang for that first map victory. Lunatic-Hai are in this one for the long haul. Want to try to hold this all the way up to 100%. And they're just a quarter of the way there so far. Do have a couple ultimates to work with, but still not too many. Eska's going to be the next one back up as he's on that D.Va. Pulse Bomb comes through, finds the stick, gets rid of Kareev. Nice aim coming through there from the side of Guido, the rookie. Showing some prowess here on the Tracer.
Feels like he's getting a little bit more comfortable now as Fate throws down his ultimate. The Primal Rage just going to try and bash Lunatic-Hai around. He's able to get Jaehong once again, but Guido is able to take down DM, evening things out. Sleep's going to fall, and who are you? He's found himself feeling a little bit better. As let's have a look at this. Pops inside, throws it down. See you later, Zenyatta.
I mean, that was just kind of like a flick look to the side, tosses it, casually gets the stick. Thrift just now getting some revenge as he does take out Guido. But honestly, you'd have to say so far, Guido looking like probably the best performing member on Lunatic-Hai in his LAN debut in Apex. But now, losing a couple kills here as the recap finally coming through here from Mighty AOD. 71% what was accrued in Urster, slashing away with that Dragon Blade, comes up with one on the Toby.
Well, they don't have a frontline here as Sleep is able to take down Esker as well. Gets the boop onto Who Are You as well, and Lunatic-Hai once again crumbling the hands of Mighty AOD. Remember, 99% has been already accrued now. This overtime is being desperately held onto. Finally, Miro gets back, but self-destruct is there like we were talking about. Can potentially buy them some time, and it's ticking down now. Esker makes his way back in. He's picked up a D.Va just to try and survive for longer.
There's just nothing that they can do. Who are you? Desperation, popping that Dragon Blade, gets ran down by Thorncut. And Mighty AOD.
Look at how surprised they are as well.
I mean, I'm just as shocked as they are, and I'm not even the one playing. Mighty AOD comes up with a 2-0 victory on Lijiang, taking down Lunatic-Hai there on Night Market. And this is where things get very difficult coming through. Like I said at the beginning, AOD, they work. I get it. Well, that's a rarity, a guy leading the cheer for Lunatic-Hai.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I actually like tensed before that as well. And I've got headphones on. I mean, there's some sort of slight noise cancellation here as well. So I shouldn't be too worried about it.
Changes all around. Lunatic-Hai starting things off here on the defense. Seems like we will not be having too much difference coming through from them, but it will be that triple support as mentioned. Outside of the DPS, outside of that, the DPS and everything is going to be very consistent here. Eska's still sticking in with the D.Va, but they'll be trying their hands at this one. And oddly enough, it's going to be Guido on the Ana. So feeling a bit more confident there with that play as opposed to his own Zenyatta.
Yeah, Who Are You switching over to the Tracer there at the same time. So Guido just demonstrating the fact that he is most certainly a flex player.
See how this is going to go though for
quite well as well. We saw it earlier.
Yeah, a very good job.
Yeah.
We'll see if they can go ahead and try to replicate that. Arrow coming through, not going to spot anything. No forward posturing from Lunatic-Hai. They're just playing background as AOD pushes forward, and they will soon discover this triple support that is coming through from the side of Lunatic-Hai.
Yeah, pretty standard 2-2-2 coming out of Mighty AOD as they're already bumping heads. The front line's losing a lot of these health bars as DM's getting so aggressive into the back line. Just dashes his way out, pops back in again as well. Jaehong getting some revenge here as he picks up the first kill, and Urster going to fall down. Mighty AOD struggling here against Lunatic-Hai, who's, look, just so dominant
but
with
here
this
it is yet
triple
again.
support.
I mean, it's this triple support. People just cannot die. It's so difficult to come up with kills. You saw Miro right in the front lines, drops in the bubble, gets shattered immediately, has a Discord Orb on top of him, and everybody focuses him out. Still does not die. Because there is no heal deny coming through from the side of Mighty AOD. So it just makes it so much rougher for them to try to cut through this triple support. Honestly, I think that an answering Ana would be a good idea so they could counter with your own biotic grenade, cancel all those heals that are coming down.
Well, could potentially be an opportunity here as Miro's going to go back, get healed back up again. Like you said, it's just so difficult to kill him. Deflection not going to do anything there at all, and the D.Va mech is going to be gone. So a whole lot of the defense now missing from Mighty AOD. Ursa's going to go down, and they just cannot break through this at all.
And Dragon Blade comes out, so does the Transcendence. Jaehong keeps everybody safe. They go ahead and complete that team wipe coming through. So the full hold is going to be in the sights of Lunatic-Hai. One tick has been achieved from Mighty AOD. So a step in the right direction, but need a hell of a lot more, and they don't have too much time to get it.
They haven't changed up anything here. They want to utilize some of these ultimates, try and just throw this composition against Lunatic-Hai one more time. Might be that they need to try something else, because honestly this isn't working. Pulse Bomb flies out from DM, trying to get a pick at the back, but no stick to come down. Transcendence is there. We've got a self-destruct coming in, but it's just not enough. Oh, DM looking for a kill, but can't find it. Toby grabs Sleep. The Giddo's going to be taken out, so this could be an opportunity now for Mighty AOD as Fate right up there in that front line doing some work.
Yeah, smacking him away, finds a kill in on the Jaehong as well, so nice crucial target gets taken out. Damn, very nice recall, down to 4 HP, keeps himself alive, and actually gets Miro off the backside. This might just be the opening. The push back in coming through from Eska, trying to buy some more time here onto the point, but won't find much and won't find anything off that pulse bomb either from Who Are You. So that will be the cap. Maybe a last second contest as Eska goes forward, but he's going to lose the back. We'll see if the rest of the team wants to pile in, but there we go. The final pick comes through, and honestly, decent staggering potential here for the side of Mighty AOD. Several members still dead. Miro trying to make his way out of here safely.
And Dragon Blade already built up here by Oster as well, so he's feeling very, very good moving into this Streets phase. Lunatic-Hai, that defense was very, very strong, and they bought a lot of time. Now still, 3 minutes 20. Mighty AOD continue to find these staggered picks.
So, I mean, you fully invest into that triple support, and sure, they run down the clock pretty low, but they don't quite get the full hold, which is what they were really looking for. Now they swap Guido off, onto the Soldier, away from the Ana, so they're not going to have the nano boost coming through. And Mighty AOD have plenty of ultimates to deal with. But speaking of that, it's going to be the Dragon Blade out here from Erster.
Yeah, and he's already taken down 2 there as well. Primal Rage is going to answer, but I mean, he got the work done that he needed. DM's going to be able to grab the mech at the same time. DM follows up the kill onto Who Are You, his opposite number in that Tracer. And Miro now just has to run for the hills, get himself out of there. Mighty AOD just looking good once again as they push this payload ever further.
He just sits in the face of Thorncut and gets chipped away. He goes down. Guido's going to die as well. I mean, this payload has moved so far up here for the side of Mighty AOD. Barely had to invest anything. Really just that Dragon Blade, a Pulse Bomb, and as well as that Transcendence. So still have 3 ultimates ready to go. Sound Barrier going to be a very crucial one.
Transcendence. Yeah,
here.
Looking to try and reclaim control at this point, but Thorncut is going to be able to pick up the self-destruct kill onto Toby. Both supports now dead, and Mighty AOD say, you can throw down your ultimates, but it's not going to do anything. They make it to the point and are still getting these staggered kills one after the other.
So now, I mean, because of that Streets phase being as swift as it was, as much time as they were trying to delay, to try to get that full hold on point A, it just means that much less here for Lunatic-Hai. Now back's really up against the wall. 3 minutes, 15 seconds on the clock for Mighty AOD. Still have ultimates on the way. Still have some ready to go. Pulse Bomb comes through. Won't find much for Damn, but they still take out Guido. They get Miro as well, who swapped over onto that Reinhardt. So blocking him out from building up that ultimate, trying to get that Earth Shatter ready to go. Just going to delay it even further.
Yeah, DM with such aggressive positioning here as well means that Sleep just basically utilizes his name, sits on top of this payload, and takes it hopefully to victory here as, the Reinhardt moved over to, but I'm not sure what it's going to be able to do here as Mighty AOD continue to go aggressive. And Fate is just well and truly in the faces of Lunatic-Hai. Toby's dead, and Who Are You's taking so much damage. They've switched to the triple tank actually with the Roadhog as well, just for staying power, but is it enough? As Who Are You's going to be taken out, the mech and the Baby Diva destroyed so quickly. Guido answers with a kill onto DM, he's now played actually every single role so far, so proving the flexibility, but Mighty AOD, they don't care, and they're just cutting Lunatic-Hai apart.
Yeah, I mean, Eska here gets a couple kills with that Tag Visor. Sleep and Ursa both go down, but he gets answered for by Thorncut, who's still just sitting very comfortably forward and onto that payload. He will go ahead, peel back, but already, basically to the end, is Mighty AOD just a couple meters away from completing Hollywood at the moment. Still have just under 2 minutes on the clock. Ultimates not really going to be in their favor at the moment as they do see some swaps coming through here. But overall, in such a good spot, they're just going to be matching that triple tank coming through. Erster on that Roadhog, Fate in on the Reinhardt.
Yeah, these numbers are building up for Lunatic-Hai though, so we'll see whether Mighty AOD try and pull the trigger quickly with the sound barrier that is available. Oh, the pin, nicely done as Fate is going to be taken out. Toby gets the kill credit for that one, but it's good coordination from Lunatic-Hai, who is going to get slept. not going to be able to chase down too much further as Sleep is able to get an answer onto the Roadhog.
Yeah, really good hook coming through there from Erster. Isolating a target. Just gives him a little bit more room to push back up towards this payload. So can't quite get on top of it. We have to show a lot of respect now to Jaehong, who's back over onto this Ana.
Yep, Earthshatter comes in, doesn't quite get the DPS towards the back. In fact, not going to be able to get any kills at all as Mighty AOD are now going to invest that sound barrier. I believe that was the answering Ryan ultimate, but no, it wasn't. Don't worry about that one. It was just that Fire Strike as Huayu is able to get the self-destruct kill. Giddo picks up the kill into DM though, and Lunatic-Hai once again doing some work as Jaehong grabs the grenade kill. That was his house, and you can't actually get in there, mate.
And what do you know? All of a sudden, Jaehong is playing Ana, and Lunatic-Hai have a very firm hold going on. 30 seconds now, all that's remaining for Mighty AOD, and they really just have the whole hog and this tack visor that's going to be up for Dam. Try to get back in to try to complete this push. Still a long road to go for Lunatic-Hai as they get ready to flip over onto attack.
Yeah, very true.
See if Mighty AOD can complete this. 10 seconds on the clock. Hook comes through. They lock down the D.Va. Whole hog coming through.
Yeah, just trying to push them away from this payload as DM. Good positioning with the tack visor, but can't quite get round here enough in order to get the damage out. Giddo able to answer. Kariv's going to fall down, and Toby's going to be answered for as well. So Lunatic-Hai struggling a little bit on the support front. It is going to be Jaehong that has to get this one done, but Giddo's going to fall. And look at DM, he's just got such a good position. Eska takes down the mech. This could be good news. That's a nano boost, actually, just to make sure that Miro stays alive.
He's got an Earth Shatter. This could be the money shot here for Miro if he can just lock down multiple members on Mighty AOD.
Yep, it's just the shield off to see who can get this one working. Mighty AOD, they are going to utilize that one as well. That's going to be the stun, but the pin to come out. No, doesn't actually find anyone as Giddo. He's going to take down DM. Erster on his Roadhog gets rid of this mech, which is important. We're still in this overtime. Inching forward is the payload. Good boop is going to buy some space for Lunatic-Hai. Can they actually get on him? Mighty AOD, they still have a few as Eska is going to throw down the tack visor. Gets the kills that he needs, and Lunatic-Hai will hold.
Firm one, but barely had that. All the way right in front of point C is what it took for Lunatic-Hai to flip through, and they had to go for that triple tank to really make it happen. Jaehong back over onto the Ana. You still see smiles on the players' faces, so maybe not being shaken by that performance from Mighty AOD, but they should be just a bit concerned that they were able to get nearly that far. Some stubbornness, not swapping out, sooner, still trying to run very aggressively, and they just kept getting punished over and over again. Lunatic-Hai need one hell of an attack.
And Mighty AOD do need to perform a decent defense as well, because Lunatic-Hai, we saw, were very, very strong in holding that one off, and I believe that if there was more time to do these eco pushes, things like that for Mighty AOD, it would have been a different story, as we are going to have a look at Eska really owning the show towards the end here. Attack visor. Making sure that they can confirm that point in the end. But yeah.
Yep, really good left clicking.
Yeah, exactly. No tack visor is so hard to aim.
No, I mean, the tack visor ultimate that's obviously it's like an aimbot, but basically it's all about the timing. It's knowing when you have the opening, the windows to use it. Because so many times, I mean, even in our first series of the night, you see the tack visor come out and immediately there's a D.Va in your face. So knowing when you have the freedom to use that ultimate is what really can set you apart as a soldier DPS.
Get the mech out of the way and then just press your Q button. Having a good time, as you can see. Lunatic-Hai going back to this triple DPS composition that they liked so much on Control.
It's going to be a 2-2-2 here for the side of AOD.
Yeah, Fate back on the Reinhardt though.
This is actually an interesting setup and not one that we see too much of, because there's no Tracer here for Mighty AOD. It's just going to be Dam on the Soldier and Erster on the Genji, who's actually been playing a very good Genji so far during this set.
Yeah. Well, we'll see whether Huayu can prove him to be the worst Genji this time as they go onto the attack. Miro's going to jump in immediately, actually gets right into the house, just push DM off that high ground. I like that positioning as Mighty AOD all just pile in. Miro jumping back on top. Have they actually got position on the point on the side of Mighty AOD? You can see this is just ticking up for Lunatic-Hai.
I mean, they're keeping them completely contained. The second tick does come through, and now finally Mighty AOD feels the pressure to have to go in, but they're suffering losses.
Yeah, they certainly are. That's the second tick already done. But AOD, they've lost 3 members, and I don't think that they'll be able to regain control of this. Lunatic-Hai is so quick.
All right, I said they needed one hell of an attack. That's a great way to start it. 5.5 minutes on the clock here for Lunatic-Hai as they just push their way in. And Miro just gatekeeping everybody, just bouncing in front of their faces, zapping everybody, saying, you don't really want to jump down onto this low ground. And Mighty AOD, they test him, they pay for it. They lose several members.
It's really good scouting as well. I mean, Lunatic-Hai, immediately, as soon as they saw multiple members just in on that balcony, it was Miro jumping in straight away, making sure that they can all get onto that point, all collapse. Information was gained, they knew where everyone was, but Mighty AOD now able to grab 3 really quick kills. Gido answers back with 1, but I'm not sure whether it is going to be enough here. So he used dashing around, but he's going to die.
Yeah, and oddly enough, he used the Dragon Blade there. It just didn't seem like there's too much cohesion, nothing really to just kind of lock everybody together for that Dragon Blade to really excel. Just pops that one on his own and gets taken out by Erster at the end without coming up with really any kills. So just kind of wastes that one. I mean, who are you? Very good Genji player for the most part. Should be able to build up that Dragon Blade again very quickly. But now Mighty AOD, they have plenty of ultimates to work with, and a boost nearly there. Earth Shatter is available for Fate.
Volkut's just going to jump straight on top of the roof and get rid of Eska. They're trying to get rid of these longer range characters a lot, but I mean, that Earth Shatter did not do anything on the side of Fate. Gido able to pick up a kill. Miro answers back. They're punishing the misuse of ultimates beautifully on the side of Lunatic-Hai. That is even more kills flying through, and that's going to be the attack well and truly re-established.
All right, there you go. Really good transcendence from Jaehong, keeping everybody alive. Eska crucially not going to go down there, even with a very angry ape jumping onto his face.
Getting not a whole lot done in his desperation. Gido running around, feeling his timing there as he throws in the pulse bomb. Not going to be able to grab the kill, and Gido's actually going to die for it there as Erster nicely done to answer. Dragon Blade had to be invested though, and Karib's going to take down Miro. Toby's going to fall at the same time, so Mighty AOD pretty quickly actually regain control.
Yeah, they stop it right in front of the payload, and actually Jaehong right here at the end. Very crucial pickup, so I'll respawn in on that Zenyatta.
That attack was just so quick at the beginning of this round, though, that there's still 3.5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, I mean, that's everything. They just use, everything has been used from both sides. Who Are You nearly has another Dragon Blade ready to go. Primal Rage for Miro.
Yeah.
About to be up here as he just keeps zapping away. So Lunatic-Hai will have the tools to complete this push. It would take massive outplays from the side of Mighty AOD and massive misplays from Lunatic-Hai to actually lose out on this one. They still have plenty of time on the clock, so you can fully expect them to complete this push. But right now, there's a big fight happening over on this left flank.
Yeah, it's a massive cluster there as well. Barrier's doing a decent job keeping these projectiles out, but now it's going to be Lunatic-Hai answering. Who Are You throws down the Dragon Blade, but honestly, so much of Mighty AOD are already dead. The mech suit's going to go down. Bonkut's going to get out of there.
Yeah, the payload will just keep rolling through. No one really here to try to stop this one. So the completion coming through momentarily as they finish off all those pesky members that can dash around. So Erster falls. And now 4 minutes for Lunatic-Hai.
Oh, wow. Karib just a little bit too far forward and so aggressive now from Lunatic-Hai, just trying to get these picks. I don't know what Karib was trying to do.
I couldn't tell you. I mean, big punish coming through for them. It's not going to cost them too much. But still just buys them even more time as they keep pushing forward. Fate back over onto the Reinhardt. Just going to try to posture forward in this chokehold. You can see that's going to be the triple tank come out from that. But Guido finds the pick off on the DM.
Yeah, DM, and so much of the damage now missing from Mighty AOD. We got Transcendence flying down now as well as Jaehong wants to capitalize on this one pick that they do have. Mighty AOD have changed up the composition. They've got the triple tank that worked for Lunatic-Hai towards the end, but is it going to be enough here when they're all just dropping like flies, one after the other? Mighty AOD do answer. Toby falls. Could be enough now for Lunatic-Hai to back off.
But it's going to be answered here as Guido swaps back over onto this Roadhog, so he's going to be looking for those picks. If he can find somebody like Kariv or even DM, just completely get rid of the DPS member of Mighty AOD. That's going to be a big opening here for the side of Lunatic-Hai to continue this push. Still have plenty of time, but it's a self-destruct tossed out.
Flies into the back line, doesn't actually grab anyone, but does cause them to scatter. Eska now with a lot of space to work with as they round this corner. Oh, DM in trouble. A couple of shots there.
Headshot with a big Earth Shatter.
Massive amount of stuns, but Miro's still there. DM and Fade both picking up kills in response after that fantastic Earth Shatter from Fade. And that is going to be Mighty AOD once again capitalizing. 2.5 minutes now on the clock, and Lunatic-Hai have to once again wait for another go.
Yeah, I mean, they get the Earth Shatter out, and you could say maybe it's a little bit of an eco push for the side of Lunatic-Hai, as they are very close to multiple ultimates, but so is Mighty AOD. TM about to have the attack visor, has been maintaining that high ground, big window of opportunity for him if that shield from Miro does drop down. For now, there won't be a counter one from Fate as he gets taken out. Miro swings his way to success with that one. Still 4 ultimates here for Mighty AOD. About to be 4 for Lunatic-Hai.
Fate has been so important for Mighty AOD here as well, and losing him is going to be dangerous as there's the sound barrier. S is going to be taken down by DM, though, who just puts up the attack visor and says, see you later. This is so important. Giddo's going to be the one that is going to grab that nano boost with the whole hog there as well. Not quite going to be able to, get the work done, but it's a good hook. The sleep is going to answer, he just gets thrown out of there with a headbutt.
The right click was immediately there from Thorncut, blocking that buckshot from coming through and taking out Karib. So really good communication coming through from Mighty AOD as he just turns with that defense matrix and keeps his Ana alive. And I mean, honestly, big misplay from Eska, challenging out DM, both at the attack visors. DM comes up hugely with his own and now is closer to another one, 62% already stacked up for him. Eska knew that he was on that high ground. I mean, maybe if you turned the corner, had the attack visor ready to go, maybe then you go for that fight, but even then, it seemed like too much of an investment.
Well, there's the Earth Shatter coming out from Lunatic-Hai. Miro not quite finding the targets with it, though, as it's going to be Mighty AOD that's able to pick up these kills. This still needs to move. This payload needs to move so much further on the side of Lunatic-Hai.
Yeah, it's just 40 seconds left and Toby goes down.
Yeah, a little bit sleepy here towards the end. Mighty AOD, Miro's gonna fall down. What is this? Achilleos, could we be seeing Mighty AOD going up 2-0 in this series?
It's really looking at that 25 seconds on the clock. Just the nano boost at the moment here for Lunatic-Hai. Ryu nearly has the Dragon Blade. He would have to put on one hell of a performance because it's 6 ultimates from the side of Mighty to hold on to his payload. Just meters to go here for Lunatic-Hai. Can they complete it? Nano boost thrown down in onto the whole hog here from Erster as he just fires away round after round. Thorncut falls as the Dragon Blade comes out.
No!
Earthshatter tossed out, not going to find anything. Game on the backside of the fight, firing away with that attack visor, but doesn't get much done, and Fate goes down. Guido finding the kill. Sleep falls as he comes up with a double kill. Can they complete this one? They roll the way through! Lunatic-Hai!
So close.
Against all odds, which is something I did not expect to say coming into the series. Against all odds, 6 ultimates ready to go from Mighty AOD. A couple meters, all that they had to hold off for all of 20 seconds.
Yep.
And